Good morning, good morning. We are now upon lesson 76 in A Course in Miracles. I am under no law but God's. I am under no laws but God's. We have observed before how many senseless things have seemed to you to be salvation. Each has imprisoned you with laws as senseless as itself. You are not bound by them. Yet to understand that this is so, you must first realize salvation lies not here. While you would seek for it in things that have no meaning, you bind yourself to laws that make no sense. Thus do you seek to prove salvation is where it is not. Today, we will be glad you cannot prove it. For if you could, you would never seek salvation where it is not, and never find it. You would forever seek salvation where it is not, and never find it. The idea for today tells you once again how simple is salvation. Look for it where it waits for you, and there it will be found. Look nowhere else, for it is nowhere else. Think of the freedom and the recognition that you are not bound by all of the strange and twisted laws you have set up to save you. You really think that you would starve unless you have stacks of green paper strips, piles of metal discs. You really think a small round pellet or some fluid pushed into your veins through a sharp needle will ward off disease and death? You really think you are alone unless another body is with you? It is insanity that thinks these things. You call them laws, and you put them under different names into a long catalog of rituals that have no use and serve no purpose. You think you must obey the laws of medicine, of economics, and of health. Protect the body and you will be saved. These are not laws, but madness. The body is endangered by the mind that hurts itself. The body suffers just in order that the mind will fail to see it is the victim of itself. The body's suffering is a mask the mind holds up to hide what really suffers. It would not understand it is its own enemy, that it attacks itself and wants to die. It is from this your laws would save the body. It is for this you think you are a body. There are no laws except the laws of God. This needs repeating over and over until you realize it applies to everything you have made in opposition to God's will. Your magic has no meaning. What it is meant to save does not exist. Only what it is meant to hide will save you. The laws of God can never be replaced. We will devote today to rejoicing that this is so. It is no longer a truth that we would hide. We realize instead it is a truth that keeps us forever free. Magic imprisons, but the laws of God make free. The light has come because there are no laws but His. We will begin the longer practice periods today with a short review of the different kinds of laws that we have believed we must obey. These would include, for example, the laws of nutrition, of immunization, of medication, and of the body's protection in innumerable ways. Think further. You believe in the laws of friendship, of good relationships and reciprocity. Perhaps you even think that there are laws which set forth what is God and what is yours. Many religions have been based on this. They would not save but damn in heaven's name. There are no more strange than other laws you hold that must be obeyed for you to be safe. There are no laws but God's. Dismiss all foolish magical beliefs today and hold your mind in silent readiness to hear the voice that speaks the truth to you. You will be listening to one who says There is no loss under the laws of God. Payment is neither given nor received. Exchange cannot be made. There are no substitutes, and nothing is replaced by something else. God's laws forever give and never take. Excuse me. Hear him who tells you this, and realize how foolish are the laws you thought upheld the world you thought you saw. Then listen further. He will tell you more about the love your Father has for you, about the endless joy he offers you, about his yearning for his Son, his only Son, created as his channel for creation, denied to him by his belief in hell. Let us today open God's channels to him and let his will extend through us to him. Thus is creation endlessly increased. His voice will speak of this to us, as well as the joys of heaven, upon which, let me do that one more time. His voice will speak this to us, as well as the joys of heaven, which his laws keep limitless forever. We will repeat today's idea until we have listened and understood there are no laws but God's. Then we will tell ourselves as a dedication to the practice, period, which concludes, I am under no laws but God's. We'll repeat this dedication as often as possible today, at least 4 or 5 times an hour, as well as in response to any temptation to experience ourselves as subject to other laws throughout the day. It is our statement of freedom from all danger and all tyranny. It is our acknowledgement that God is our Father and that his Son is saved. I am under no laws but God's. Sorry, my cat woke me up in the middle of the morning. I tried to go back to sleep. I'm a little fatigued. Lesson 76, I am under no laws but God's. All right, let us hear what our beloved Magdalene has to say. Greetings, beloveds. The world in which you exist is one that has been made by laws that have meant to control, have meant to dominate, have meant to manipulate. Indeed, these are laws that take you away from the realms of the truth. There is much controversy these days over what is happening with this pandemic. There is much controversy over what is happening in your governments and what is happening with your weather and what is happening with society. Understand, beloveds, that you have not been living within the laws that are the laws of God. You have come to believe that there are circumstances and situations that are real, that truly do not exist. Your mind, however, is potent beyond imagination. And what you have allowed yourselves to do is imbue circumstances with beliefs that are indeed false. You have allowed yourselves to forget that the heart and love are what are real. And when you allow yourselves, beloved ones, to look upon these circumstances and to truly see them for what they are, you will find humor in them. You will find that they are indeed the makings of a madman or a mad woman who has come to believe that there are circumstances, actions that are real that are the farthest thing from the truth, beloved ones. Allow yourselves instead to tune in, to ask, is this truly real? Or is this something that has been created in response to fear? For when you can see, beloveds, what has been created out of love, you come to see the world of God. And when you look to see what has been created in fear, you see the world of man. You see that you have made money your God. You have made objects, the things that you were able to purchase, more important than love. You will come to see that your possessions have come to possess you. You will come to see that that to which you have become attached does not provide you with freedom, and beloveds. Instead, it imprisons you. Your homes, your cars, your jobs, even the relationships that you have. Do you truly love the people with whom you are connected, or do you need them or feel that they need you? Do you find worth and value in these relationships where you find that you are necessary? Beloved, there is only one necessity for each being, and that is to see the truth, to speak the truth, and to live as the truth. And the truth of you is not but love. It is the love that is within that you then express within your world that provides you with freedom. So look, beloved, to see, is there an object that you love? Is there something that you have granted your love that is indeed not real? And allow yourself to take back what belongs to God and grant it to God instead. For God loves his creations. And many of you have grown to love your creations, but they have caused misery for you, to you, with you. The loving of one's creations, beloveds, comes from an action where the heart is granted, not of a possession, beloved, but of a realm of beingness. Seek within, beloveds, today, as often as possible, to find your way back to the truth of you. This is indeed easily done and will take but a moment to understand that there are indeed no laws but God's. And God's law is quite simple. God's law is to love yourself and to love another as God loves you. Not objects, not possessions. To love from the heart. To love another, not as something that belongs to you, but as an expression of divinity. Allow your fears to not dominate you today, beloved ones. Allow the love of God and the laws of God be what bring you peace. Be what bring you comfort. Go within, beloved ones, to your heart. See how your heart directs you today. Bring yourself into quiet repose and seek out for the mind of God, for the will of God, to truly understand the laws of God. And the laws of God state that you are to do one thing and one thing only, and that is to love as God loves, freely, openly, from the heart. So allow your minds today, beloved ones, to come into union. Remind yourselves awesome. Remind yourselves often of the awesome qualities that you possess which are the qualities of love. Forgive swiftly, broadly, and deeply, and know that only love is real. And that is indeed the truth of you. Our blessings are upon you always, beloved ones, and we will speak with you again.